It's 6 a.m. It's time for some yoga. Let's get started. It is day 5 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Let's go. Let's start in a standing position today. We will be heading to the floor shortly here. Let's warm up our toes and set the back. Let's do some shoulder rolls up and back. Stand up nice and tall. Shoulder rolls to the front. And head rolls all the way around. Oh, that was really crunchy. Oh, all the way around. And arms all the way up, reaching high. Up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. Tiny little back bend and forward fold all the way down. Ooh, begin checking in with your hamstrings. Lower back. All the way up. Ooh. Tiny little side bend to the right. Tiny little side bend to the left. One more little back bend here. Get warmed up. And release. Let's get those arms warmed up. Right hand on the left elbow here. Let's coax that left hand down. And flip that right hand back. Grab a strap if you like so that you can pull in between the hands and deepen that stretch. Begin swaying from side to side. Let's see how our hips are today. Let's check in with the hips. And release. All the way up. And the left hand takes the right down the back. We'll begin a little twisting action here. Flip that left hand behind. And see if you can begin to reach those hands together. Or grab a strap and hold between the two hands, increasing your shoulder mobility. A little rotation here. And release, gently work your way out. All the way up, hands overhead, and deep dive. Woo, all the way down. Hands out, down dog. Step it back. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Hips high, shoulders and chest reaching for the floor, spread throughout the hands. Woo. Bring that right knee in and up. And hold, hold, hold. And release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Bring that left knee in and out. Oh, good morning. My assistant has arrived. One more breath. And release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Woo. Let's do that one more time. That really loosens the hamstrings up super quick. Knee into the chest and all the way up. Release. Pedal it out. And left knee in and all the way up. And release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Bring it to a plank. And drop the knees down. All fours. Even the hips out, side to side. Drop right. And drop left. Settle in through the hands, and we're going to bring that right knee forward and across. Slide the left leg back for pigeon. Find the edge of that. Rock it back and forth. And feel that there's a tension spot, just hang on to it. Feel that sensation. You can drop it down into sleeping pigeon if you like, or you can grab a block. Put your arms on a block, or put your forehead on a block. Just take a minute here. Let's really work on this area today. Hip flexors, inner thighs, piriformis, lower back. Relax into it. Find your space that you're going to hold for a minute. And take it all the way down if you like. Take about 10 breaths here. This is a really good pose to just mush into. And 2 more breaths. And come back up on the hands and unwind those legs. Slide the right leg back. Even out those hips. Take it to the right. And take it to the left. Slide the left knee forward and across. And slide the right leg back. Again, remember, 2 sides of your body are not going to necessarily be the same. You may have a different stress point or different tension in each leg. My left leg is always a little bit more challenging and not quite as flexible. So we're going to stick with it here. Take it down part way. Relax those muscles. Kind of roll back and forth, finding the edge of that stretch. Just noticing where there's more tension or less tension. Yeah, take it all the way down if you like to your sleeping pigeon. Take 10 breaths here. Two more breaths. And release. Unwind. Pull that left leg back, and we're back in tabletop. All fours, cat-cow. Do cat-cow a few times each direction. And curl the toes under and pop it right back up into down dog. Woo. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Let's see if those hamstrings are a little looser now. Feel different. Raise those hips high, shoulders and chest. Reaching for the floor. Spread the fingers. And come into a plank. A couple of times back and forth between down dog and plank. This is a sneaky ab work. Going to contract your abs to help you get back up into down dog. Releasing to plank, falling back up into down dog. Plank, back up to down dog one more time. Plank, to down dog. Woo. And drop the knees. And cross the ankles and come into a seated position. Easy seat. Let's do some twists here. Check in with that neck, see if there's any residual tightness or crunchiness here. Roll it around each direction. Shoulders, arms overhead, reaching tall. Interlace those thumbs, reaching tall, ears, and right by your arms, right by your ears. And release. Take the left hand to the right thigh, the right hand behind, and begin a twist. Deep breaths. And a little bit more. And release. Take it to the front. Relax the back. Take a few deep breaths in neutral. And walk it back up. Hands overhead, reaching tall. And take a twist to the left. Right hand to the left thigh. Left hand behind. Twist, twist, twist. So good for our spines. Spinal mobility. And release, coming back to front. And take a nice little forward fold here. Walk it back up. Let's open those legs wide. Grab your strap if you got one today. We'll work a little bit with the strap here. Remember, you don't have to have anything fancy. You can just have a tie or a towel or anything like that. Anything that you can just loop around your foot and lasso your foot to give you some leverage to pull yourself down a little bit more. Intensify the stretch. So let's go ahead and do the left. So I'm already doing it. And just begin to stretch those hamstrings even more, lower back, making sure that we're keeping both of our hips locked onto the floor here. In other words, like don't rotate and let your right hip come up as you're doing the left. Maintain the solidity of that right leg. And give a nice stretch here in the hip area. And release. And lasso that other foot. Turn slightly and just right on down. So you don't let that one rotate and come up. Let that leg be strong, still and activated. Feeling it in the hip right here. Lower back and hip. And release, soles of the feet together. And then as close as you can to your body. Remember, you can use those blocks right here to deepen the stretch. And wiggle yourself in and through. Taking the hips through the thighs here. A little bit of a forward bend. Massage those inner arches, ankles, toes. Get the toes in on the action today. Do a little toe flip here. Bending our toes backwards in the opposite direction they normally go. Feels so good. Gives them a little relief here. And release. Let's take that left leg into deer pose. This time we're going to grab that ankle as we're in deer pose. We'll pull up, give ourselves a nice quad stretch. You can also take the arm up. You can also flip the hand and grab the foot this direction. A little bit deeper of a stretch. Nice stretch for the side body here. 2 more breaths here. And release. Soles of the feet together. This is our nice neutral position when we're doing these internal hip rotations and flexor things. And take that right leg out in deer pose. Again, begin grabbing at the ankle point. See how that feels. Stretching the leg back a bit. You can stay right there and lift the arm or flip the hand, grab the foot. Nice side bump stretch on the left. A few more breaths here. And release. Soles of the feet together. This is kind of a nice neutral. Leaning forward. Let's see if you can lean a little bit farther this time. Even take your blocks and stack them. And rest your head here. Let's see what height is the best. Oh, there we go. Relax into this one. Feel the inner thighs relaxing the longer you hold the pose. And just feel this right in the base of the spine by the coccyx. Just a little bit of tension right there. Relax into it. And release. Coming up. Ooh. Let's stretch our shoulders a little bit. Let's take our eagle arms. So we're going to take our left arm and our right, scoop them together. Just begin to try and get that shape. You can release the legs into an easy seat. And release the arms. Do the other one on the bottom. Ooh, that one's better. Nice stretch to the shoulders. A little bit different direction. And release. Whew. Let's bring ourselves down to the floor here on our backs. Grab that strap again. We're gonna do a little leg sequence here. Continue opening up the lower back and the legs. Whew. Lasso your left foot. Just do some gentle pulses up, about 20 of them. Begin feeling where the tension still is in your leg. Maybe you need to go back and do a little bit more of the soles of the feet together, butterfly pose, or do the deer pose a little bit extra after we're done. Okay, now we're gonna just hold that leg. We're gonna take it down about halfway, holding that leg. We're supporting with the strap, but you're also gonna have to activate your inner thighs for this. Keeping that right hip locked on the floor. Don't lift this up. You need this to stay right down there. Control, and then lower it all the way down. Just above the floor. You can use your elbow as a stopper. And bend the knee to release the pressure. Bring your knee back up to straight. I'm gonna drop that right leg. Switch hands and bring the left leg over in a nice twist. Take the left hand out and gaze to the left. One more breath here. And bend the knee to release. Bring it back up to neutral. I'm going to take the knees side to side and kind of even it up. This is our neutral. A few times each direction, feeling that lower back reconnecting in an even way on the ground. Right leg up, lasso, pulse it. Feel the hamstring releasing. About 20 pulses here. And drop it halfway, engaging that inner thigh, keeping the left hip locked on the floor. Control, control, control. This is actually sneaky ab work too. So you've got to engage your lower core, your lower abs in order to keep your legs straight and up. And drop it all the way down. Find that extra little rotation in the hip. That left hip locked onto the ground. And little pulses. Now bend your knee to come out of that, back to center, and legs straight up. Drop the left leg and take the strap in the left hand and pull the leg over. Right arm extended, gazing to the right. And bend the knee, come back to neutral, drop the strap, and take the legs side to side, even it out. Oof. Take that left knee into the chest. Pull it in as far as you can. And release. Right knee in. As tight as you can. Release. Both knees in. And roll it around a little bit. Give yourself a nice little back massage. A treat for all the good lower back and hamstring work that we've done this morning. And release. Whew. You can take those legs right to an easy seat and pop on up. I like to put my hands under my hips here and bring it on up to an easy seat, supporting the lower back as we come up. Whew. One last round of shoulder rolls. Each direction. And take the arms across. Arms across. Release. And find a good meditation minute pose. I'm going to go into lotus here. You can stay in easy seat or even do butterfly. That's a good one too. Whatever you're comfortable in for at least a minute. And just relax into this pose. Close your eyes. Get set for the day. Think of everything and nothing. Your priorities today. What are your non-negotiables? Things that have to get done. Things that can be rescheduled if needed. There's lots of pollen out there. Make sure you're hydrating to get the pollen out of the back of your throat. All right, close your eyes and let's just be silent for a minute in our thoughts. And wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, open your eyes, release your pose if you were in something twisty. Open your eyes. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, the weekend postings will just be videos sometime in the afternoon due to having to, we've got activities going on early on Saturday and Sunday mornings all together. So just watch for those videos to be posted over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon at some point. And we'll be back live 6 a.m. on Monday morning. Have a great day, guys. See ya.